as well. I think also, I mean, thinking about it, if the Book of Thoth was that popular, would I be espousing it? Probably not. I'd have had to have found another tarot deck.
Yeah, but perhaps that's between you and your therapist.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't want to join a club that anyone invited me to, basically. The Groucho Marx syndrome. To raise the...
There we go.
Oh, bloody hell. Oh, my God. You pre-planned that, didn't you?
No, I'm just really good on camera, man. I always pull it out. But, you know, it really, really grabbed me when you said how the cards that somebody doesn't like or that is uncomfortable about is the things that they're uncomfortable with about themselves. Because just a few weeks ago I started doing a one-on-one session with one of my favorite pupils, because he could really never connect to the court cards. So we went through them one by one, but like literally just a few seconds each. And so many of them, and I know that he will watch, yes, I mean you, and so many of them he said, I don't really like this card, I don't really like this card. And I was me, and I was like, I love her, she doesn't care what you think. I love him, he doesn't care what you think. So I was actually kind of lost in thought. Sorry, her as well. I was kind of lost in thought to see which were the ones that I didn't really like.
I think, you know what, this touches on something, Inbaal, here.
Yeah.
This thing of liking and disliking particular cards in the deck, how childish that is. You know, you're a professional tarot reader, okay? Supposed to be. And you're having favorite cards. You know, what is that? You know, professional tarot reader, the cards are equally the same. You know, and to do that just shows that they haven't dealt with their issues by saying, I don't like that card. Well, what is, if you say to a client,
I beg to differ, I do not agree with you.
I'm listening.
Finally, you're listening. Bloody hell. Hello, I am Bart. Now, it is logic that you have cards that you like and you dislike, and that is good. The bad part is the cards you have no connection with.
No.
Cards you don't understand.
It's bad when you take that dislike and express it to a client. What the hell is that about? That's nothing to do with the client. That's everything to do with the reader's
Crowley
issue.
says that you have to learn to appreciate. If you, I mean, like the 7 of Discs, I love that card because it's such a bad card. It's a really awesome, very good, clear, bad card.
It's not a bad card.
So you have to learn to love it just for being such an awesome, bad card.
Professional tarot readers don't like and dislike individual cards. It's all to do with, you know, if you are giving a dislike to a client about a particular card, they're going to take that away. And that's nothing to do with their situation and everything to do with the reader's issues. It's a bit like saying you're a woman tarot reader, you're broken up with your boyfriend, or every single woman who comes in for a reading, she's going to tell him
you are rambling on
anything to do with them.
Level, Earth to Paul. Second attempt. It's not that I dislike a bad card. I like bad cards equally as I like good cards. But you have to, like the moon, for example. Like the moon can be good, the moon can be bad, I know. But it represents the dark sides of people. And it does that really well. I love that card for doing how
but you don't as a professional tarot reader, Bart, you do not project your crap onto your clients, but they do.
You have to speak from your own experience.
Yeah, I don't have, you know, people say to me, oh, what's your favorite tarot card? I don't have one.
Well, me neither. Really? I don't have a favorite one.
No, I don't.
That doesn't mean that certain you like and others you don't like. But and then there's the ones you find boring. That's that one.
Yeah, but it's, you know, the thing is, it's the context of the reading that you're doing for that person. you know, good cards come out bad, bad cards come out good. It's
Like
that
the sun.
person at that time for that situation. That's
Like
it.
the sun.
It is all about context.
Yes.
But I absolutely have like favorite cards, and I think it would take a lot of therapy to get me to like the Eight of Swords, which is therapy I don't want to have, because in the 8, 9, and 10, I see stuff like schizophrenia and clinical depression and
But that's
paranoid
not
schizophrenia.
every client who where the Eight of Swords and Nine of Swords come up doesn't mean they have
No.
those things, does it?
No.
Quite the
Sometimes
opposite.
it's just
And
toothache.
actually, that's the problem with the mind. The mind doesn't know anything, and the mind restricts. The mind says, "I can't eat that. I can't do that. I can't go there." There's nothing to do with the reality. It's just the
No,
mind
it's
saying
not,
those
and
things. And mental illness is when you make the mind more important than anything else.
I kind of question myself, because there's a phrase that I noticed that I use a lot, and then I think to myself, is it condescending? And there's, you know, if somebody has an achievement or wears something that they like that is an achievement I'm not particularly interested in, or a dress that wouldn't necessarily look nice on me, I go, I love that for you. And I do that with tarot as well, that I see somebody going into, you know, a very conventional job that if I had to go into that job, I would gladly, you know, walk under a tube train instead. But I go, I love that for you. And I have wondered, is it condescending to say, I love that for you, when it's something that I would absolutely not welcome for me?
It's not condescending, because most people who come for a reading, I'm generalizing here, lack self-confidence. They need boosting. They need to be told. I mean, I did one reading for a 19-year-old girl. You know, this, you know, 19, lots of stuff going on. I said, look, actually, you're doing really well. And she's like, oh, do you think so? Because no one was saying that to her.
That's terrible.
You know,
Yeah.
and that was the most important thing. Was it just came to mind? You know, towards the end, it's almost throwaway. I said, actually, you're doing fine, doing well. Keep on going. You know, sometimes you just need that. Like the Eight of Swords can mean imposter syndrome. You know, you're thinking that you see, and that's the product.
No, it's true.
awareness.
When I get lots of the kind of, when I get lots of the sad swords, I go, I always use the same jokes for everything. I don't know if this is normal.
I'm going to do the same.
But, okay, phew.
There's only so many jokes you can use in a repertoire.
That's it. That's it. It's the years pass and I'm not getting any brighter. But no, that's actually helped my imposter syndrome that you confirmed. But I always go, the bad news is that you've got a lot of cards that show that your mind is dragging you down. The good news is that it's your mind dragging you down, and you can decide to flip it around, which still, I don't think shows that the swords are nice cards. It just shows that they can be mitigated when necessary.
Well, the Nine of Swords, I mean, Crowley makes he talks about the theory of the tower in the Book of Thoth, the front part one that no one ever reads. Okay. No one ever reads the part one. They just want to go straight onto the major cards and everything else. And he talks about the problem with tarot readers is that they read in a passive sense. This will happen. That will happen. But where is the person when they're doing, you know? But also, is that you can actually use, you know, the Ten of Wands oppression. Maybe you need to be asserting yourself. Maybe you need to be standing up and beating yourself up. The Nine of Swords, cruelty, that also means troubleshooting, finding out what's really going on.
Yeah.
If you find that and then you're into empowerment.
Personal responsibility.
Tarot readers don't do that.
I
Oh,
think
the 10 of swords.
that-
Oh, the 9 of swords.